Hello, GES community, and welcome to our final segment of Healthy Living during Ramadan. Today we have Chef Oliver along with three of our teachers. Chef Oliver is going to teach us how to make a Moroccan-inspired dish with a bit of a vegan twist. We're really excited to see the final products. We will leave you with the recipe as well as the instructions so that you can also try this at home. We really look forward to seeing your final products. Okay, let's get going.
Hello, I'm Mr. Tesgel from Bin Omran. I'm a Year 3 class teacher. I enjoy cooking and my favourite meal to cook is a lasagna. I'm an amateur cook but I enjoy it a lot.
Hi, so I'm Miss Siobhan and I'm a PE teacher at GES Secondary and I also teach primary. So I'm fairly experienced with cooking but I'm always really willing to learn something new, so I'm hoping to do that today. And my most favourite thing to cook would have to be Irish stew.
Hi everybody, it's Mr. Nazir from Infants. Do you know what? I'm here to practice some new skills. I tend to order out quite a bit from Talabat, but I'm going to try something new and try to be looking to cook at home myself as well. Okay, so yeah.
All right, good afternoon everybody. Glad to welcome you to my school today. Right? Usually it's the other way around, but today I'm teaching you something. So we're hosting today teachers of the Gulf English School, and we are going to cook a dish together, which is a Moroccan vegetable tagine from a local flavor perspective, but also I thought it would be a nice idea to actually do it vegetable based, to also have a vegetarian / a vegan option available. But also when we do things made out of vegetables, it's also nice to have it from a sustainability point of view. We have to think about, okay, what is locally available. But at the same time, I thought about, okay, doing something vegan, talking about nutritional value, talking about not eating so much on the protein side, but still a good dish, but also easy to cook and to execute. A lot of people have time nowadays, everyone is busy, and this dish at the end of the day is a very simple dish. You can use any type of vegetables, anything that you can find throughout the season, and I'm going to guide you through a little bit step by step. You don't have to panic. Now you can basically lean back and you just listen, same as your kids do at school, right? And just get you a little bit active. Good. So before we start, I would suggest we're going to run you through, as I said. Switch on your cooking unit. On the left hand side there's an on and off button, and then you press plus and just put it at 6. The reason why we do that, very basic guideline: you never start cooking in a cold pan or pot. Always. So in case in the future you cook yourself line, make sure your pan is hot. Yeah. Remove the lid and just leave it there for a while. Now you see here in front of you, you see 2 herbs. I believe you're familiar. Coriander and parsley we have, right? So just remove some of them, like the coriander and the parsley. Leave some in these bowls. We're going to use some of that later on for decoration. Alright, and you squeeze it together a little bit, kind of a little tiny bundle. You know, this is a knife, sharp knife. Please watch your fingers. And just coarsely chop it through. No. Because we're going to need it now. Not a big deal. Done?
Yeah.
Yeah, can be coarse, whatever you like. No rule. Yeah, that's fine. All good. Thank you for chopping.
Got really into it there.
Use your olive oil and have a good squeeze of olive oil in the pot. Just so that the bottom is kind of covered. Any idea how you would see that the pot is actually, that the oil is hot enough? How you can see that now? What do you think?
Starts to boil?
Yeah, when it kind of becomes like wavy and it moves around.
Yeah.
right? Then you actually realize it's getting hot. So increase it slightly. Put it on 8, please. Right.
I think your ring's hotter than mine. Do you have it at 8?
Put it actually on 10.
10? Yeah.
I can hear it. That sounds good.
Yeah, that's mine.
There you go. So then you take your onions. Put all the onions there. So the onions, what they will do in general in any type of style of cooking, right? Cook a stew or a soup and this kind of stuff. Onions, they have a
Yeah.
the onions have a lot of sugar, more pectin, and they give you flavor, obviously, but they will bind. Set it up a little bit. At the same time, put in your garlic.
Garlic.
That it depends a bit on your preferences. Less garlic, a lot of garlic, it's up to you.
Lots of garlic.
Yeah.
I always like a lot. And also you can take your fennel. That one here, fennel. Some call it cabbage, but it's actually called fennel. Put it all in there. So while this is kind of cooking, you don't have to stir it all the time.
We've got that natural
You
flow.
have to give it a bit of, you have to cook a little bit, give it a bit of a color, but not browning it. Now and then you stir it up. The one important thing in Moroccan cuisine, it's very specific to Morocco, is the actual spice mix called ras el hanout. That only exists, comes out of Morocco. I think every family has its own little secret, but it has a minimum of 12 different spices in there. The predominant spices you have is paprika powder, cumin powder, coriander seed. It has cardamom, star anise, cinnamon, curcuma. What else? Any other thing,
Sure.
right? But it's very specific. When you Google ras el hanout, you're gonna find zillions of different spice mixes. But this makes the flavor profile in any Moroccan dish.
Is this where the family secret goes?
Say again?
Is this where the family secret goes?
Yep.
That's why I couldn't tell all of the spices.
Now, add about, you also have lemon in front of you. Add 2 slices of lemon. Because that gives you the acidity for the dish.
Did you add that in?
Did you add your spices already, Chef Oliver?
Say again?
Did you add your spices already?
No, not yet.
Okay, that's
Add
what I
the
thought.
spices.
Sorry.
Later on.
Yeah.
Just sauteing everything really well. You see that slowly but surely it starts to get a bit of a color, it starts to get smaller. Okay. Now, slowly but surely we can add the ras el hanout, but not all that you have. Just take a spoon. And I think you can put a good 2 of those. Stir it up well. Mix it thoroughly. Don't go too close, there's pepper inside. Right? Because it will sneeze very soon. Okay, now you can add you have a tomato sauce here. It's basically, you can literally use the chopped tomatoes, canned tomatoes, and the juice from this one. You can add now in here. Maybe half of what you have. I'll put it all. Mix it again. Be careful, because it's very hot. It starts reducing quickly. You can also reduce the temperature a little bit now to 8. When I'm too fast, just let me know.
No. All good?
You good?
Yeah, all good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Perfect.
You can see now it's reduced, it starts picking up again. The water of the tomato juice is gone.
Yeah.
And that's what you want. The more reduced it is, the more flavorful. You there?
Yeah.
Now take your water. Basically pour enough water so that kind of everything is covered at this point. So then it stops boiling. Done with it? Now take your herbs. You can throw your herbs inside. Because it's also the herbs need to boil a little bit in the whole broth, in the whole stock, so they can actually develop the flavors. You have a lot of, not sure exactly how you got all in these, but you have a lot of oils, nutrition there that will basically get exposed once they reach a certain temperature.
Okay.
Okay. Then you can add the tomatoes, chopped tomatoes. Maybe half a whole, up to you.
Huh?
And then basically, once you have that, you start with these vegetables that require the most cooking time. Usually root vegetables, potatoes, and when you do it, keep it rustic. You know, especially potatoes, just peel them, cut them in wedges, cut them in chunks, whatever you feel like. That's huge because they, during the cooking process, they fall apart.
Yeah.
And it creates the consistency in your tagine later on.
What type of potato are they?
Just regular. Again, if you have resource here, sometimes you get local potatoes. I've seen as well coming up. But you can use any type. Of
Any
potato.
type?
Yeah. Just chuck them in there. Give it a good stir. Then you might see sometimes you might need to add it up with a bit more water depending on how it looks. Same time add in your carrots. Again, up to you. You can slice them, you can cube them, anything you like.
Sorry, chef. All of the carrots.
Yeah, it's all in there. Now when you see that the vegetables are not all covered in water yet, just add a little bit more.
Does smell good.
Smells
Smells
lovely,
good,
yeah.
doesn't
That must be that secret spice that we weren't told
Cook it
about.
at home. Have you guys cooked it at home?
I do.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
I did not expect that.
Yeah.
Ah.
A lot of people say that.
What do you usually cook at home?
Uh-oh.
Just
I'll
keep,
give the
I
caller
just keep
again.
it simple,
Omelette.
really. I try to eat clean, so just nothing, processed, really. So just,
Okay. Nice.
yeah.
So just leave it there for a while. Let it cook. Put the lid back on. That's the reason why I'm asking you what you cook at home. Now we have a little bit of time. You need to come to a boil now. The vegetables need to cook, need to boil, and that's when the flavors start to develop. You also cook at home. What do you do normally?
I also like to cook healthy. I do eat lots of like one pots like this. But yeah, curries and stews. Love to make homemade burgers. Yeah, anything. Fish. Anything really. I'm pretty much. Yeah, I love to cook.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You also do then your own shopping. You are very selective over the ingredients you choose.
Yeah.
Or
I think I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
good. What about yourself?
I'm good with the shopping, but not so much with the cooking, to be honest. Yeah, but I to be honest, being here, I think it's going to make a bit of a difference because I think I'm going to take away something and give it a little bit of a go.
Yeah, but a lot of, sometimes a lot of people have the perception that cooking is complicated. You know, you can make it complicated, obviously.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's like, especially nowadays, you have so many resources. You can find so many easy stuff.
Yeah.
Because again, it's also a bit like going to a direction where hardly anyone has time, right? But at the same time, you would like to have your home cooked meals, and you know, kind of everyone is aware that you know nutrition is important, what you eat is important, where it comes from is important. But always finding the right balance and then finding the right dishes that you cook alongside to not make it too complicated. It's not always an easy one, but once you start it, you actually realize it's not so complicated.
It's just sometimes I just feel as though like time is important.
Yeah.
Like the time that you have.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't
I
have much
agree.
time, especially if it's a working day and stuff, and getting
Yeah,
back.
I'm hoping my wife will never see that because she's going to say, so why am I cooking at home? It's another subject.
That's why I would cook quite a lot of one pot things, because
Yeah.
it means you can
Yeah.
pre-cook your meals and then store them in the freezer or the fridge, and it does you then the whole week.
Yeah.
Stir fries are quite easy.
Stir fries,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's very true. I kind of like this type of dishes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In general, yeah.
Brothers and
Quick.
stews, because it's just like so much flavor going on, and it's easy to do at the end
Yeah.
of the day, right? It might took some time, but the chopping part takes a couple of minutes and it starts cooking, and 1 hour later you come back, it's just
Yeah. One pot wonder.
One pot wonder.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, just give it a stir, let's see what it does. When you see that it's getting too thick, just add a bit of more water to it. You can also, what you can do is now also, your potatoes, you can actually crush them with your
Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
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 This is the fun part.
And also you can add in now the zucchini. Why I put the zucchinis a bit later towards the end, because if you cook them too long, they literally disappear. They're obviously like 80% water. They will just disappear. And I like it when it has a bit of a crunch to it when you eat it. But as I said earlier, it doesn't have to be carrots, zucchini, and this type of vegetables. You can literally use anything. You can use eggplants, peppers. Also, you have prunes. You have that as well. These black ones here. There's also kind of specific ingredients. You know, they're using dried fruits. Sometimes also apricots, prunes. Also, in the Moroccan fruit, it gives you a bit of the lemons that give you the acidity, and then the prunes and the apricots, they balances out a little bit and has kind of this sweet aftertaste. You know?
Are these good? Sorry, are these good for your like your body as well? Like, 'cause you hear good stuff about like dried fruit and
Yeah, dried fruits. Yeah, it's certainly very good for your digestion.
yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, even all these spice mixes. If you think about it, you have this also in let's say in Asia or in the Orient, Southeast Asia, the curries, or in India with the masalas. I mean, it's science. You know, every single spice, every single ingredient has sort of a purpose.
Purpose,
Right?
yeah.
It's not just when this all started. Yes, flavor obviously is important, making use of local ingredients, but at the same time, it had a medical purpose as well. Yeah?
I've got a little system going on here for the beginners. Like as I've used stuff, I've just moved it to one side here.
I was just a little bit
What's
surprised
left?
they used the lemon. You know, that was
Keep it your workstation.
that's not something I would be
brave.
brave
Right,
enough
it's
to do.
so that
you
I
know
know
what
what's
mean?
left and what I need to put in.
No, true.
It's just a simple thing as well. Like, you know, it's not.
Yeah, true. But then again, you can use also dried lemon versions available, or fresh lemon. It just gives it the extra punch to it, and it's
Yeah.
potential flavor profile when you eat it later on. It's like don't necessarily know where is the acidity coming from, because the lemon starts to disappear throughout, you know, and but the flavor remains. Good. So I think we're almost there. Actually, we cook a little longer. Needs to thicken up a little bit. Okay. So do you have any programs in place in your school when it comes to cafeteria and food offerings? Are you emphasizing on this during the?
I think it's something that the school wants to do. We don't have anything at the moment, but it's a direction that the school is going into.
Yeah.
So that healthy eating, I guess, and we do have like healthy breakfasts as well.
Yeah.
That are rolling out every year.
Okay, let's give it a taste. See where it is. Now you can also start seasoning a little bit. You realize it needs some salt. I'll leave the pepper up to you. I like it spicy. I like that fresh pepper approach.
I'm a big fan of the saying, you can always add, but you can't take out. So just be cautious until you can taste it.
Just be careful to not over salty the whole dish because it's still reducing. The more it reduces, the more salty it gets.
Yeah, buddy, come and get some footage of this.
You already can taste now how the spices, how this all starts to develop in the dish. Like honestly speaking, I mean this type of like this one pot dishes. The good thing is they actually taste nicer the next day. You know, you cook it today for tomorrow. So that really sits in the fridge overnight, and all these ingredients start to combine, all the flavors inside start to develop. That's when it actually tastes the best. Always freshly cooked is not the best. The good thing is also with potatoes, believe it or not, if you eat fresh potatoes, the calories are much higher than potatoes that have been sitting in the fridge for 12 hours. You literally have half of the calories.
All right.
And there's their potatoes.
Oh, really?
There's another benefit.
Is that the same with chips?
Don't think so, no. Unfortunately, you're not taking the water out of chips.
It's the same, anything that has carbohydrates. The same thing with pasta, rice.
Would that be the same with chickpeas then?
Yeah, we're adding chickpeas a little bit later.
Yeah, but what I mean is, would the calories be reduced in the chickpeas? Because they're carbohydrates.
I'm not sure, but certainly
Yeah.
pasta, for example, or potatoes.
Yeah.
If you actually cook them now, keep them in the fridge overnight, and eat it next day. For some reason, the calories start disappearing. There's a process, a chemical process that develops that it is not as high on the carbohydrates.
Okay.
Add your chickpeas. Add your raisins, maybe half of the raisins that you have. I guess we're almost there.
Is yours flashing H?
Sorry?
Is it flashing H on there?
No, it's not. Is yours maybe too high? What did you have?
I
your
think
set
it's
at?
just about right, if I'm honest. I'm not sure.
I put mine
The
down to
consistency looks okay.
Just put the lid back on for a minute or two. I'll pass by quickly, have a look.
Is that right? Or?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay.
Yeah, just let's cook more. Perfect. It's fine.
Chef, just check mine because I think it's.
There you go. We have to speed up a
Cheers.
little bit here.
Oh,
Doing a whole boat ever since. Awesome.
I think you were too busy organising your station there to worry about your
Fair
pot.
enough.
that's funny.
Cheers. Cheers.
Lovely. So we only have a few ingredients left. We have some almond left. We use them later on just for the garnish, give it the extra crunch. And then we have a few herb left, coriander and parsley that we're going to use for making it a little bit more pretty. And then that's pretty much it.
Chef, what would you typically eat next to this, with this? Just like some flatbread or?
Yeah, absolutely. At the end of the day, it has everything in that particular pot.
Yeah.
But we then obviously tend to, okay, what else do we eat with it? There's a beautiful Moroccan bread that goes with it, kind of a flat bread. You can use a Turkish pide bread, for example. You can use Arabic bread. It really depends on your flavor profile.
Yeah.
What you like. You actually get nice Moroccan bread I'm allowed to say that, in the Carrefour, in the bakery shop. They have some really nice Moroccan flatbread,
Yeah.
Okay.
which would go perfectly with this.
Yeah.
So then we can slowly but surely take these beautiful earthenware pots. Again, it's something really classic. I mean, obviously, if you were in Morocco at home, you would have your nice tagine with a cover, or any crockery. You can even cook it on your charcoal grill outside in this kind of vessels. You know, it's nice, gives you that classic feel to it. Anything you like. I've chosen this one, give it a home touch. And I think now we're good to go. But then it also depends, look, how do you like it? You know, you can cook it a bit longer, it becomes more mushy, or you want to keep it a bit more crisp, you have where the vegetables have a bit of a bite to it. You can vary, you can be flexible on this. Alright, so I believe it's now nice and thick and reduced.
Yep.
Awesome. Then you can actually press the button and switch it off. And the only thing you have to do is scoop it out and put it in that lovely dish.
Smells so nice.
Yeah, it does.
Perfect. Done?
I would say mine is perfect.
It looks awesome. All right.
I was hungry.
Yeah, you take it really serious, eh? Good. So now take your almonds, just sprinkle it all over. As many as you like, up to you.
We're not imitating Salt Bay, are we here?
No. Again, I like fresh pepper, but that's me.
Yep.
Maybe a bit more salt, up to you. Then you take a few of these beautiful herbs, garnish it out a little bit. Just randomly. You put it in the center, you can put it in the top as you like. That's basically it. That's your Moroccan tagine.
Hey, lovely.
Healthy,
Well done,
rich in
great.
flavors, full of nutrition. And it didn't take a lot of time.
I'm impressed.
Did not indeed.
Super.
Thank you,
You
chef.
want to taste it?
I'm fasting.
Are you fasting?
I'm
Okay.
impressed with myself here.
Oh, so there's only you?
Are you hungry?
No, I'm fasting too, but I like the, you know.
I like your portion size.
Good. So, I'm sure it tastes good as we're all fasting. I'm sure it tastes good reheated as well.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening to me. And yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
for
Chef.
having
Thank you,
us.
buddy.
Thank you.
cheers.
I'm particularly impressed with my vegan dish here. I especially like the way that it's infusing lots of different flavours from Morocco, and I was particularly interested in how the lemon was going to be infused in the dish. I'm very proud of the consistency, it's very good.
Okay, thank you so much, Chef Oliver, for taking the time out to teach us this today. This will definitely be the star of the show at my next dinner party. Thank you.
Okay, so firstly, I just want to say that this experience was great. I'm really going to have another go at making this at home. I think I'm going to have to wait for Iftar just before, and I'm going to definitely give it a go. Thanks a lot, guys.